that's pretty tough, too.
It's tough, but it was a good learning experience, you know. Reviews come out for the album now, and if they're good, great. If they're bad, I'm like, Simon was worse. You know, we've been through the embarrassment thing.
So even though it happened sort of fast in this world, you grew thick skin very fast because of people like Simon.
Absolutely.
You were in Oklahoma in high school?
I was in Oklahoma when I was in 10th grade.
Who did you play?
Will Parker.
What did he sing?
What did he sing?
The farmer and the cowman should be friends? No. What did you sing? You don't remember what you sang?
It was Kansas City, something like that. Kansas City, yes.
Okay, let me see if I can find that here.
Oh, Lord.
He loves Oklahoma. That's
I'm an Oklahoma fan.
But he didn't know who Will Parker was. That's sad.
Well, no. I was in Guys and Dolls. I'm sorry.
I was cut from Guys and Dolls my senior year.
You were?
I didn't make it at all.
I played Luther Billis.
Did you? I played no one.
That's not good. Were you in South Pacific?
No, we didn't do that.
See, I was in that one.
Probably would have gotten cut for it, too.
Everybody does Grease.
No, I didn't. I did it on the show, unfortunately.
You know what, it sounds like you've been showbiz driven all your life. I mean, obviously from a very young age, you've been interested in performing.
Well, I did it in high school because it was kind of, in high school I definitely enjoyed it. You know, my mom she was not she wasn't very pushy with this. She said, if you want to do it, you do it. I think it was probably high school before I got interested in doing that type of thing. I mean, at a young age, I sang because I would sing because I would sing, not because I was good at it, but because at 4, 5, 6 years old, if you'll actually, be gutsy enough to sing in public, then it's cute.
Oh.
Yeah, and you've got to be gutsy, too.
Looking at the magazine, is it People magazine? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have all these pictures from your childhood, and you're performing in every picture. I mean, seriously, you're dressed as a clown here. You have a microphone. You're 2.5 with a microphone in your hand. Okay, I think you have the CD.
You know what's probably funny about that? You don't necessarily, when you're a kid, don't see all of that progression happening. And then everybody runs back and they dig through the boxes of pictures and they say, here it is. It shows you every step of the way he was on his way. It's not necessarily that. But you know what? I have always admired people who did what you did at the beginning of American Idol. Because when I was a kid, I saw a show once where they had people perform, and then the announcer went up and put his hand over each person's head, and the audience clapped. Mm-hmm. And I thought, who in the world would ever subject themselves
that takes guts.
to something like that?
Sometimes I question myself.
I mean, during the course of all that, did you ever stop down and go, God, look how far okay, I'm going to quit now. This is too much. I'm nervous as hell.
Well, no, I never got nervous, but I kind of look back at it now and say, was I really prepared for this? Because at no point during the show, at no point during this did I ever say, I need to be prepared for, Z100, and going into the studio and having people stop me in the grocery store. Because I never thought I'd ever make it that far. I was surprised every time I made it another week. So I never really realized how big it was going to be and never even tried to think about how big it would be.
Mm-hmm. And that may have been a blessing.
Well, probably because it didn't make me as nervous and it didn't make me want to turn around and quit. So.
All right, Clay, I have the song here. Let's see.
Joy.
Okay, hold on. We'll sing along.
You want me to sing
Everything's
along?
up to date in Kansas City.
I remember it. The city on a Friday.
You remember it.
I'm not going to do the whole thing.
We'll do the chorus with you.
I don't know all the verses.
Oh, no, this is all filler. It's Everything's up to date in Kansas City.
Counted 20 gas buggies going by.
You sang all. She had to remember all this.
I did. Well, but it's been a while.
Were you well received?
Extremely. I stole the show. You kidding me?
Of course you did. Okay, here we go. Everything's up to date in Kansas City.
What next?
What
next?
What's coming up? Everything's up to date in Kansas City.
They're gone about as far as they can go. Okay, that's it.
All right. He's like sitting there going, okay.
That's on my second album, right?
Putting me on the spot. I know, but that was the pavement you laid out. That was your groundwork for this big career. You look like you're having fun.
I am having fun.
Interviewed by Diane Sawyer on ABC Channel 7 here.
Right.
I mean, that's big guns. I mean, and she was asking you a lot of questions about this and that. Something I found interesting as you drink your Sprite, your favorite cocktail, is I loved how you made it very clear that you will sing a lot of different types of music, but it will all be family acceptable. It will be all music that's good for kids to listen to and parents and adults and everything like that. Where did this come from? What makes you decide to do something like that and go down that road with your career?
Well, I'm sure it had to do with the fact that my mom never had me listen to anything that was inappropriate when I was growing up. And I worked at the Y for years and years and years, and we always put CDs into the CD player, and everybody'd have to be running over to the CD player to turn it off when kids were around, or to skip that song, and I think that's kind of, I'm just trying to make life easy on YMCA counselors so they don't have to keep switching to a different song.
It's a good start. Well, I mean, seriously, because a lot of the music we play on Z100, every once in a while I'll listen to the words and go, oh God, what are we doing?
Yeah, this is kind of a tough time.
I mean, you can entertain people without having to offend anybody. It's completely possible. So.
Really?
That's that's the experiment we're working on.
All right, I'm going to try. We'll try to do that and see how far we go.
It's possible, yes,
on our show. But that's good. I mean, there are many performers from through the ages that decided to do that. I mean, it was a long time ago. There was a guy named Barry Manilow who decided to do that. Absolutely. He became a mammoth star without ever getting racy. And anytime anyone ever asked him to do something suggestive or do an interview with someone who was known to be dirty, he wouldn't do it. And still to this day, he has, 30 years later, a huge base of fans that still love him because of that. It's pretty cool.
Well, I hope that I have a huge base of fans 30 years from now.
But is that your lifestyle, too? I mean, if Ruben's like, hey, Clay, let's go to Scores. Let's go check out the girls. Let's go party.
Ruben has tried. He's tried.
He tried to take you to the strip club?
No, he knows better than that. Okay. He's just trying to get me to go out to a club with him or a bar or something like that. So.
Just to hang.
And so it hadn't happened yet. I don't think it's gonna.
Is it because are you shy about it, or is it?
I think I don't deny that's probably part of it. It's not that it's but I mean that's just not my type of thing to do. Actually, the funny thing is, I have friends, and all my friends growing up, they love that type of stuff. They don't mind doing it, and I don't have a problem with them doing it. It's just not something I enjoy. And so every year, every weekend, we'll be like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And we'll go to see a movie, or we'll go to somebody's house and hang out. And they always know, we just don't we never even bring up the, going to clubs. Well, every single year on my birthday, I have nothing to do with the plans. I just sit back and I don't even know what we're doing until my birthday. Lo and behold, every year we end up going to some kind of nightclub. And I'm like, what kind of fun is this for me? It's my birthday, and I'm driving your drunk rear ends around.
So you don't drink? You've never had cocktails or anything like that?
Okay.
I can mix you a martini.
Sprite.
I can mix you a martini right here, right now.
I'm fine with the Sprite, but that's so nice of you.
Okay, thanks very much. and you don't use foul language?
I do my best not to. I get stuck around some people
hit your finger with a hammer.
Who are trying to get me to say nasty things.
Come on, say the F word one time. Here we go.
Absolutely not.
Okay, I'm kidding. God, I got